Transformers of Eternia.
You're watching Transformers of Eternia. Now today I wanted to take a look at a set that I recently got. This just came to me like the other day. Unfortunately, it's a little late. I wanted to get it like the week of the movie when I'm all pumped up. I mean, the movie was great and everything. Unfortunately, it didn't do very well because apparently no one wanted to go to see it. But anyway, that aside, the Transformers 1 Yolopark set of Megatron / D16 and Optimus Prime / Orion Pax. Now these kits, obviously, they're not Transformers, they don't transform, but they're basically action figure models. And I really enjoy Yolopark stuff because it just seems like they know how to do this much better than other companies that does Transformer stuff anyway. But don't be deceived by, you see the box art, you see that Optimus Prime turning into his vehicle in the background, or whatever, Megatron and his vehicle in the background. The vehicles are not included, obviously. You're just getting the figure that's posable and looks like they do, basically. It's more accurate to the actual movie. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk about this. But before I do that, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. And thank you for checking out my channel. Now back to the show. Okay, we'll talk about the Orion Pax / Optimus Prime first, because this is the one that, this is obviously him becoming a Transformer, I guess. If you watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is kind of how the box is. They have like this opening thing so you can actually see inside. And if I aim it up, maybe okay, so if I aim it up, you can see inside here what he looks like when he's done and everything. So that's pretty cool, actually. I mean, the box is just really nice, and it's all by itself. I mean, I got this for $30, so I mean, having a nice box like this and all this stuff, that's pretty amazing for $30. But I did see on Amazon or whatever, they're selling it for like $50 for this. So I don't know why it's more expensive on there, but that being said, this is what you get anyway. So flipping it around the back, you get to see like I guess I didn't know this when I was buying this, which I kind of wished I had more information when I was buying it about other figures that are coming. But I didn't know that we were getting the actual Megatron and Optimus Prime versions, like the literal final form versions. I didn't know that was, I thought this was the final form version, I guess, but whatever, it's what it is. I enjoy it. I really enjoyed the movie a lot. I went to see it twice, so I just kind of wanted to have some figures to kind of represent them on my shelf that are not the little movie version toy, I guess, that I don't really know if I like this version of the toy, but this version of the toy, because this version of the toy is not as, I don't know, I just think it's kind of lacking. This is the Studio Series version, and like the coloring is like kind of duller, and it's kind of just like, this is yellow, kind of yellowish gray, whatever. So anyway, this looks like he's already been in war for a long time, which he wasn't at this point, but okay. But yeah, this version is okay, but I don't know if I agree that he should be like a deluxe scale version, because this should be a Voyager every time at least. But that being said, that's the version that I got. That's the one I got. Anyway, so getting to this, I'm going to open it. Okay, I need a razor blade, of course. Okay, let's cut this thing open, and we'll see what we get when we open it here. Okay. Trying to do this where you can see it on camera. Okay, so this is what you get in the box when you get it. So that's kind of cool. It looks like he's got multiple versions of his hands or something there. Or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, let me take the instructions because I'm sure I'll use those. We'll put that there so you can kind of look at it while I'm looking at these instructions. Okay. Okay, there's like some... Okay. Alright, so the instructions look like that. I don't know why there's like a sticky spot on here that's making it whatever, but with all the flare from the lighting, you can kind of see, I guess, now. Anyway. But yeah, that's how everything looks. Yeah, you do get extra hands and everything, so that's cool. And you do get... These are fully posable. They're not like statues or anything, so that's very cool. But yeah, this is Optimus Prime. Obviously, he doesn't have his faceplate, but this is before he becomes a Prime, I guess. I'll put it that way. And then this is the other side where you get to kind of show how to put it together. So yeah, that's something. Anyway, I'm going to put this together off camera, and then I'll just kind of come back and review it and talk about it, because this will take forever otherwise on camera. Alright, so we're going to do that. Okay, so I got them enough together now that I can kind of just combine the pieces, and just wanted to kind of show that on camera, I guess. Now this thing is kind of snug in some spots, which actually I don't mind, because that means it's not going to fall apart. Getting some of these things together is kind of a pain though. Okay, so yeah, it's like nowhere to put your finger to like hold it where it's not going to collapse, fall off. But anyway, that's kind of how he looks. Oh boy. Now this gun, I got news for you. This gun is not my favorite thing in the world. Okay. I like how it looks. It's a cool looking gun. That's not the problem. The problem is this. Okay. Can you see that? Because they made it so realistic that his forearm or his arm here, this basically is up against there. So it's like he almost needs this to be missing. Now I understand that they're trying to keep the gun as close and to make it movie accurate. Okay. I understand that they're doing that, but in doing that, they basically made it to where it's almost impossible for him to have the gun properly. Maybe it doesn't look so bad on camera, but it definitely looks kind of crappy to me. Now, if you see this picture right here, from that angle, it looks great, you know. But you could definitely see it's behind his arm and it's kind of bent outward, you know. Whereas, like, you look at it, I mean... See, you could see up right there. See how his hand goes into the gun? Well, that's exactly what it does. That's not lying, okay? His hand goes into the gun, and he basically has his finger on the trigger. It's so realistic. Now, his fingers are not posable, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be. They're posable enough, like rubbery enough to where you can actually maneuver it. But yeah, that's the problem I'm having right there, okay? I don't know. It just looks weird to me. You have to kind of move it to where you can kind of have it looking like he's going to use this thing, but it's not going to work as good. I think Megatron is going to have a lot easier time because he has a cannon on his arm, whereas, or D16 or whatever you want to, however you want to do these things. Anyway, but overall, I always like these guys. These Yolopark figures are really cool, okay? But yeah, this is how he looks when he's... I'm trying to get this... Everything's nice and tight. That's not a bad thing, but it's like, geez, you got to try to pose it. Because he has like articulation in every direction. Like this thing is super posable. Like, you know, he could do whatever. But anyway, trying to get him to stand like you would in the movie, kind of. Anyway, so on camera, I just wanted him. His head is really tight too. If you want to move it, it's on a ball joint. The head is. Anyway, but yeah, you get. I'm just gonna leave it like that because if I keep doing something, I'm gonna keep moving him and he's gonna fall or something. Anyway, he looks great. I think he looks like the movie. Anyway, and you get all these hands. When you get the hand, because you get all these options for hands, you get the fisted version that's like a, you know, actual fist. But they have these ball joints, and when you're gonna put it on, you first look at the ball joint, and then you look at the size of the ball up here. It almost looks like the ball is too big because they don't just like slide on simple. They slide on tight. So you kind of have to use a little bit of force to push that ball into that hole, but you can do it and it works great, okay? And he's got the pointing, like Optimus Prime pointing. He's got the hand, another hand over here. Anyway, I got him with his gun holding hand and then his fist hand on this one. But yeah, this thing is really cool. It's got all the detail. He's even got like a spine, for God's sake. Look at that. And he's got the ab crunch and everything. Oh man, this is freaking great. This is really cool looking, okay? But yeah, this is what you get in the movie. This is what he looks like. So you're really not getting anything. It's very realistic anyway. So yeah, you get that, and that's how cool he looks. Now I'm going to do a comparison to another Yolopark figure that they put out, and that is when he becomes Optimus Prime and he's on Earth. You get this one. Now this is a little bit more expensive. This is like 50, I think, or 60, depending on where you go, I guess. But anyway, this is Optimus Prime, like the real Optimus Prime. So you get that, and this figure is pretty much the same size as that, or a little bit taller maybe. Anyway, but you could definitely see how Optimus Prime, how the difference here. But this is like G1, very G1-ish. But yeah, this is super posable. This one has hands that are posable. Now they're very tight, like I'm not going to pull them out. But anyway, his hands are posable, but they're very tight. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And this one looks very Peter Cullen-esque, like the old-fashioned Optimus Prime, you know. So you get that anyway, and that's kind of what I wanted to do a comparison of, because I already put this one together. Now this version of Prime, though, I do have one issue with, okay? And that is these feet, it's like this piece collapses down, like upward a little bit, so that when he's standing, he always feels like he's leaning back a little bit, and it doesn't seem like he's ever going to be able to, you know, because he's got that toe movement right there. It's really weird. It looks fine on camera, I think, but it just, when you set him down, it feels like he's like rocking back. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I always find myself pulling these, you know, trying to pull these things so that I can do that. And then I can kind of tip him a little bit like that, so he's not so rocking. It feels like he's just gonna rock and fall over. So anyway, that's the deal with that. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the Yolopark Orion Pax / Optimus Prime version of this. Anyway, the model kit of this action figure, basically. So that's what you get with this. So anyway, that's what I wanted to kind of do a little review on or whatever and kind of talk about. But I'm going to also do Megatron. So let's get to Megatron. Okay, so here's the Megatron. Here's the box and everything with Megatron. And we already seen that. So we're going to go right to this and kind of go and move the camera up again. So this is the inside of the box. When you first open it, the little cover that slides. So anyway, that's what you get with D16 slash Megatron. This is the cogged version. Both of these, Optimus Prime and Megatron, were the cogged version, obviously. I'm not a big fan of the uncogged version of these Transformers. I think it's kind of just boring looking. But this one looks cool and everything. This one is when he's got his yellow eyes, so yeah. But yeah, this is the inside of the box. That's what you get when you open this thing up. Just flip it around the back. Okay, and then we're going to obviously have to move this. So this is what you get on the back. Try to get it closer. I don't think I went as close on the other on Optimus Prime. But anyway, these are the scales of the other versions that they're going to sell. And like I said, these two are the ones that I'm interested in. Obviously, this Megatron comes with a cannon, but for his arm, but they're just showing you scale, I think. But this is the final form of Megatron Optimus Prime. But yeah, this is, I mean, because I got these two right here. So obviously, Elita 1 and Bumblebee are going to be shorter. But yeah, that's the whole set that they're doing. I really enjoy this company's, the way they do things. It's very interesting that they make like a model kit kind of, and it's also like an action figure, but it looks almost exactly like perfectly like the movie. Like they go out of their way to get the actual everything made exactly like they do in the movie. So anyway, that's what they look like on the back. I'm going to open this up now. We're going to just kind of do what we did on the other video and take this out. So let's get this out of there. And right there is what you get when you first open the box. So that's the Megatron, or the D16. Here's the instructions for that one. Anyway, I'm sorry, trying not to get the reflection from the light. Oh, and you get these coupon things. Anyway, yeah, so that's what you get. And then flip it around the other side. This is the cover of the instruction manual on how to put it together. Open it up, and you're going to get this stuff. Much like the Orion Pax / Optimus Prime one. So you got that. You flip it around. This is your instructions. How to put him together. And these are fairly simple model kits to put together. You don't need any glue. You don't need anything. You just kind of click things together. So yeah. But that's how he looks when you're putting them together. All right. So now this is what you get out of the box. This is all the parts and everything. It's kind of, might be harder to see because of the reflection a little bit. But anyway, that's what you get. Now I'm going to put this thing together off camera, and then I'll be back with the actual figure pretty much all the way put together. Okay, so we have him basically put together now. So now we got D16, and I'm just going to put the legs on. And once again, all this stuff here is movable, so it's hard to have a place for your finger to kind of put it together without moving anything. But yeah, you just kind of peg it in like that, make it sure it's secure and everything. Yeah, so this guy's got some different things with his legs, his feet. Okay, so I'm trying to get him in a good pose. Anyway, yeah, so let's pull the camera up, kind of give you a good view of this. Kind of center it. Okay, so now we get that. And I'm just trying to get him so his pose is like cool, because he can pose in every single direction. Like the posability on these are insane. But yeah, that's basically how he looks. I'll try to, and also his head. There's a little thing that I noticed. I don't know what it is. Maybe when they're making these, they have to do this. But the head piece here, when you touch the head and you try to move it, all of a sudden it does that. Oh, look, no brains. So I don't know what that's for. Maybe they have another face, or maybe they use this on the other sculpt that they're going to make him into the full-blown Megatron. So it's like they had to have that for an extra change of something. Anyway, so these characters are really a lot of leg space. I mean, they have legs that go forever, like they're super long. That being part of the animation mold, I guess, but it's like, geez, I don't know. I think they could have done better. But anyway, but yeah, this is Megatron. He's even got his, should I say? I don't know if everyone's seen the movie, since most people, it seems like, haven't. Um, I'll say it anyway. He's even got his Megatronus, fan symbol, which would become the Decepticon logo. But yeah, that's D16 being the uh, Decepticon looking Transformer. And obviously you got these hands, the different hands. He's got a fist hand. He's got another hand like that. I like the different options. They're not posable hands, obviously. They're just kind of just the way they are, molded that way. But that's okay. I think that they did a good job. And this is only $30, so this is pretty good for $30. I'll give it that. And then the cannon is cool because it just pegs in there, and he's got this other little weapon, I guess, here. So yeah, anyway, that's really cool, and you can see all the detail in this thing. It's really cool. Look at the detail on that. He's got this backpack thing. He's kind of a goldish silver in this form, which is interesting that they went with that. But then I'm sure in the next one he'll be more silver. I mean, there is a lot of silver. I don't know if you could see it on camera very well, but there's a lot of silver here, but it's kind of goldish here and kind of goldish silver here. But they did a great job. It's high quality. This is all this stuff feels like a quality type of model kit, which it's not really a model. You just peg everything together, like these things clip together on the arm piece, and the arm piece pegs in. Everything, the hands peg in. This clips in. This hip pegs into the torso. That's really what happens. The head has like a neck piece that like pegs into the inner like chest area. So anyway, everything is pretty simple, but it's really cool how they do this. I really enjoy it. And that's actually kind of a cool pose for him, because it makes perfect sense because when he talks to Optimus Prime in the movie, that's kind of how he always has his hand like up doing his. He's very Megatron-ish, But that being said, let's get to the comparison, because I have Megatron here, with his actual G1 look, with his actual posable hands. This is the $50 one, or maybe $60, depending on where you get this one. But this is the G1 Megatron. I wanted to get this because I wanted these on my shelf, kind of have like a nostalgic, real G1 Transformer-y look. Anyway, so you get this, and man, having these two together really looks cool. That you could actually see this is Cybertron and this is Earth, and this is the change, between the two. That's pretty cool. I really enjoy that they could have like. I'm glad this is actually the reason why I bought these, because it's like you're getting the pre-Megatron and then you're getting Megatron. I mean, he's even got yellow eyes here, so his eyes haven't even turned red yet. But I mean, you can't really see his eyes on this one. They need to be painted red or something, because the eyes are just too dark. There's no like light piping or anything. But yeah, you get that. I mean, whenever I look at this guy, I always feel like there needs to be an Autobot or Decepticon logo right here. But we'll get to that in the movie. If you watch the movie, if anyone can see it, it might be going out of theaters like today, the way it's going, because apparently it didn't make enough money. So I guess it's going to be G.I. Joe, Transformers and G.I. Joe live action. That's the next one, I guess. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, so yeah, this is the set that I want to have on my shelf. I think it's cool that they could do this. And I think it's really cool that I just enjoy these designs for Megatron and Optimus Prime specifically in this movie, because I just think that I don't know, I think they look cool. I don't really like I don't like it when they don't have cogs, transforming cogs. I don't think they look that great then. I think they look so generic. But when they look like this, when they're actually upgraded and stuff, when they can transform and stuff like this is great. I really like this. This is very G1-ish Megatron. It just has that red, the silvery look, and then the black. Just Megatron alone always looks so cool because of the colors that he has. I enjoy how he, like, and then the quality of the paint, the silver on this stuff is like, it looks like real, like steel. Like this one here, even has like little lines around the edges. The detail that they put into this to make it look more like what Megatron would look like after a couple of years, you know, instead of like just being clean. But I know a lot of people like them super clean. But anyway, I don't want to talk forever. I've been doing this for quite a while, so I got these videos, got these two figures anyway, and they're kind of set together. But yeah, this is his whatever, his little book anyway for D16/Megatron. But I guess I could do a comparison if I could get them on the same screen. It's going to be kind of hard. These take up a lot of space. But anyway, so you get that, and then you get that with Optimus Prime and Orion Pax over here. Anyway, so you get that. That's how they look as a group. Now these two, I think they look shorter. Like he looks shorter than the other one, but it's really technically they're about the same height. So just so everyone knows that. Anyway, so let's move this over like that. And just for fun, let's throw in the deluxe, the Studio Series Deluxe here. Now he's got the Optimus Prime from the movies gun, because I think he needed a gun. He just needed a gun that wasn't included. So anyway, but yeah, that's how he looks. That's how tall he is compared to these guys. So he's not really that tall, but he's a deluxe, so that's why. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't want to go on and on and on because this is a lot of stuff. But anyway, these Yolopark figures, or model kit figures, posable action figures, these are really cool, and they would look great on your shelf. I mean, just these two alone, if you get those two, that's like $100. If you bought one each, it's like $50 and $50. But anyway, that's worth just having that alone. But for the most part, I think that these are just some of the coolest, I guess, model kits of Transformers that don't transform. But anyway, tell me what you think about this stuff in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.